Today I am here to review our robotic lawnmower. First, I'm going to show you the process of putting it together, setting it up, and getting everything ready.
Yeah, that lets me move that long. It's a big boy. It's a big kid.
No wonder it was so heavy. This is what's in accessory kit A. We're looking for this plug. We are there. So we'll see. Okay, this is it. This is the 2-meter cord. This is what I've been looking for. It looks like this on the end, which clearly matches. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it up or down in hole A, up through there and into there. And I'm gonna do that now, then I'll show you what it looks like. So these have 2 different shapes, which is really good because it helps you know which way to put it. Clip it in. You're gonna clip it in right there. It goes down in here, under that part, across here, up and in there, where it fits just like that. Good. Okay, thanks, buddy. Just don't go too far, okay? And it looks like that. So the cord that looks like this is going to be the one that's going in here. This one is going to plug in right there. So we've got step 1 done. Now that we got those plugged in, we are going to be using this, twisting them together, and then adding that little trident thing down there to make a stake. Okay, so now this is all together in one piece, and it looks like that. So we're gonna see if this is flat enough to work. I'm really hoping it is. Screw this in, put the trident there. I have to go look now and see which one I have to do first because I don't remember. It's a little loud because there's road work, but I wanted to make this video as I'm actually doing this. I may ultimately mount this up somewhere. Hi. We have a front yard and a backyard, so I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out, especially if I put it on the pole. But for right now, just to try it out, I'm going to put it on the pole, and then I am going to see how everything works, how it mows our front yard, and then after that, I will figure out whether or not I need to mount this up high. Okay, so those are the screws. This is the back of this thing. There is just wood chips everywhere here in my yard, and we're going to be connecting it to this to connect it to the pole. Okay, so you do this first. I'm gonna be wiping mulch off things forever because the stuff's just everywhere right now. Now we're gonna slide this on up here and then tighten it with the knob in the back. And I'm gonna point it this way because this way it will have more space. So let's see. That's how it looks right now. You can tell what goes with what because the cords match up like this. These 2 are going to go together, and then the other end of this is going to go with this. If I have this whole thing right, and I think I do. I think I got this. I think this that goes from down there is going to plug in here, and then because this is close together, I think I'll only have 1 cord, and these 2 cords will be left over. But I'm not 100% sure if that's right, so we're going to see. So that one went green right away when I plugged it in right there, and this one is now flashing green, so we're gonna go look at the manual again and see what that means. Probably would help if I'd remembered to put this one, so I'm gonna do that really quick right now, although it's already solid green, so hopefully that's a good thing. I think it is. It's supposed to be solid green. Started flashing blue, then green, then this. Now, that was easy, and that's what it looks like now. We're gonna back up. I think this is set up. I'm gonna go check. Here it is. And the last thing I need to do is put this on and then try to connect it with my internet. So we'll see how this is going to work. It's just, you can see, there's a spot right there. So we're just going to plug. Okay, so I got it in place. Now we're going to put it back down. This is what I forgot. And now I need to figure out where it goes. This is upside down because I'm standing over it, but the key's right there. And that is where the key goes. Like right there. So that's what it looks like. Okay, so now that the key is in, it's charging, or it's on. It's flashing lights. I need to look at the manual for like 2700th time. But at least we have it turned on, so there's that. In the grass right now. Look, it's cutting the grass. It is. I put in where it can go. Now I'm going to talk about actually using this. I've been using it for a little over a week now, and this is not a sponsored video. I bought this myself. I got it because my husband is at work all the time. We have 5 kids. It's hard to keep up with our lawn and I want it to look nice. I specifically chose this lawnmower because our property isn't very flat and I wanted something that could handle the lawn slope in the backyard. I was definitely a little intimidated when I started reading the instructions. I think that there are videos now that you could see, but because I got this so soon after its release, there were still a few kinks that would have been worked out if I'd waited like a day. Like now I see notifications that there are setup videos up. When I originally got this and clicked on the setup videos, they weren't there yet. But I went into the actual manual, not the quick start manual, but the actual manual. And that gave me the instructions I needed to set it up. It comes with a bunch of different wires for different situations. If you're putting the satellite thingy, this is definitely going to be a very non-technical review. We'll call it the positioning system, the little thing that communicates with it. If you're going to be putting that up high, which the higher the better, there are different plugs because obviously you'd need a longer plug than if you're putting it on the little trident stake on the ground right next to it. I didn't want to climb up on my house. I haven't ruled out the possibility for the future. I decided just to try it out in my front yard with a little trident stake. I did it. Once I figured out the plug situation, it went much more quickly. Once it was set up, it was wonderful. And the next step then is to program it, which is basically you walk it around the edge of the perimeter. You teach it where to go. You also separately can make paths between the different mowing areas and between the different mowing areas and the charging station. That way the mower can move around by itself on its own. I'm at the point where I can send it out into the front yard and it can mow the lawn and I don't even have to be out there because I know it's going to stay in its little zone and then it's going to plug itself back in. Our lawn now always looks like it's just been mowed because I have no problem going out weekly and just pressing a button and sending this little guy out to do his thing. Our front yard faces north, our backyard faces south, and it has a 3-story house in between, which is a challenge. I have a theory that if I got the positioner up very, very high, I think I could do the front yard and the backyard. As it is, just on the stake, I can do most of the backyard, but it loses connection when it's on the very, very farthest side of our yard. So I am definitely still working on that. The main fear being I'm the one who does all of the handyman stuff around here and I am afraid of heights and I have yet to venture out onto our roof. So I'm working on it. But all in all, this does what it says. It's important to set the positioner up so it has open sky because the performance is really going to rely on that. Other than that, it goes out, it mows. I kind of wish that there was an option to buy another positioning system separately so that I could have one in the front and one in the back and have it run off both for different areas. And that is probably the only change I would make. And that is really just because I'm afraid to get up on my roof. But I'm working on that. I'm really glad that I purchased this and that we're going to have a beautiful lawn this summer.